Hey everyone, it's Annie
and Brady
from the Never Growing Up podcast, a Disney Parks podcast for adults.
Thanks so much for joining us for this week's episode. Make sure you subscribe and leave a rating for us on whatever app you're joining our conversation.
And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links for all of our accounts are in our show notes.
Enjoy the show. Me. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a wonderful episode of Never Growing Up, a Disney Parks podcast for adults. Podcasts for adults. We do have cats, but we are hopefully, I think, going to finish this tour around Epcot today. And we're going to start in one of my most favorite countries, Japan. And I can't wait. So make sure you guys stick around, and we're going to power through our tour all on today's episode, and we'll see you soon.
We're gonna power through.
Buckle up, buckaroos. My name's Brady McCleary, also known to you as Brady Cam on Instagram. And with me, as always, is my wonderful, luxurious, beautiful, pink tip-haired fellow host.
You said pink tip! I did not. It cut out weird, and I was like, did you just say I have tits? Oh my god.
Pink tip-haired.
It's not so much anymore. I actually did get a color, but yes, it was for a little while. Hi, I'm Annie at WTW Collect.
It's like cotton candy sneezed on the tips of her hair.
What? I loved it. I really liked it. It was like a rose gold, and I enjoyed it.
It was like if the rose gold ears licked the bottom of your hair. It was beautiful.
That's exactly it. Thank you.
I don't have any hair.
I know. It's okay. Not everybody needs hair. I find hair to be annoying. So here we are.
What a problem to have. Can't relate. All right, guys. So we're going. We are gonna go through our tour of Japan. I mean the
pavilion.
Oh man, we are gonna go through the tour of the. Oh my god, why can't I talk today? We are gonna go through the tour. We're finishing up the tour. That's
we're doing. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll at least get through France. I think we'll see how it goes. But I have such a it's your favorite pavilion. I think it is slowly becoming mine too. Like every time I go in there, I'm just like, this is the best pavilion.
It's so beautiful, and it's just so much fun. And then they got that the kawaii museum over there on the left, and it's and then they got all the little cutesy stuff in the shops, and they're the oyster shell pearl shuckings, which is a little sad, but also I mean they're having fun.
I mean, yeah, you know who loves that thing is my mom. She's this world
san ni ichi.
It's so funny. But the thing is, you see those at all theme parks. And I'm not just talking Disney.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I remember when I was a very small child and we went to SeaWorld and we did that.
Yeah, we had a SeaWorld here when there used to be a SeaWorld in Ohio. And
hold on. This is a whole other episode. What? There was a SeaWorld in Ohio?
There used to be, yeah, in Cleveland. Mm-hmm.
Where there is literally no sea for thousands of nautical miles, if you will.
It made literally no sense. But no, yeah, there was a SeaWorld in well, it was technically Aurora, Ohio, but it was outside of Cleveland. There were these two parks that were right next to each other. So there was a SeaWorld, which I grew up going to a couple of times a year. We loved going to SeaWorld. And then there was another theme park next to it, which was called Geauga Lake. For those of you who Northeast Ohio.
I know of Geauga
Do you
Lake because
really?
I worked at, the water park in, Cincinnati that's attached to Kings Island.
Yeah.
It was Boomerang Bay at the time, and our manager used to be the manager at Geauga Lake, and he talked
No
about it
shit.
all of the time.
I that water th so Jog Lake also had a water park, and that water park was the dirtiest thing. Like, I don't know how you didn't walk out of
Stuck
there
at Nick
with
Castro.
with a s wait, what was his name?
Nick Castro.
Oh, I thought it sounded like someone else's name that I actually know, and I was like, "What?" That would be but, yeah, no, it was so gross. Like, I don't know how you didn't walk out of there with a staph infection, like, seriously? But now there's, like, videos on YouTube. I'll have to send you one, because obviously both of those parks are no they turned Jaga Lake into a Six Flags for, like, a very short period of time, and or no, they turned the whole thing into Six Flags, so they kept it wasn't SeaWorld anymore, it turned into, like, some aquatic Six Flags adventure, whatever the hell, and then there was, like, the actual, like, roller coaster park and whatever, and now it is completely, like, desolate, and it's the saddest thing considering, like, I mean, I grew up there going a lot, like, both to Geauga Lake and SeaWorld especially, and it's so sad. But
Aw.
anyways, they had those pearl things there, so I don't understand why Disney still has them because it's like they're everywhere. And there's one at, the Yacht and Beach Club. There's one there by
Oh,
the
is there?
pool. Yeah, and I don't think there's one at the boardwalk, but I know there's one at Yacht and Beach.
At the
It's like, God,
boardwalk
God, I
down
miss
by
it
the
all. But
sea.
yes, Japan is it is stunning. It's probably my favorite store to, like, get lost in because it's huge and there's just so much
It
cool
is
stuff.
huge, and they keep remodeling it, so it's,
They
like, really easy
do!
to get turned around.
Oh, no,
Um,
that's right. You're absolutely right. They are always remodeling that store.
I just love that, like, I'm pretty sure each of the pavilions has, like, a gift from the country. Like, I'm pretty sure that archway that's out there, like, pretty much in the water, what are those things
That
called?
red arch, that red, torii gate. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a gift.
That is I mean, it's such a hallmark photo location, and in normal times, there's usually a PhotoPass person there, along with, like, literally everyone and their brother trying to take a photo, and people who don't give a shit and keep walking through your photos. That makes me crazy. Like,
Yeah, I mean, okay, I
be
mean,
aware of your
there's
surroundings.
'cause there's 2 kinds, yeah, because there's some people who are just, like, having a good time and they walk through, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and they walk through, but
Yeah,
there's
they
some
say
people where,
apologize.
like, they can see you, like, staging your photo from a
Yeah.
mile away, and they go, like, all the way across the pavilion. They go from the entrance because this is, like, completely 6 o'clock, from the entrance to
Yeah.
the nations or 12, whatever ways north. I don't really
Who
care.
knows?
But it's like 180 degrees. There we go. We'll go with
Yeah.
that. From the entrance, and they can see you trying to set up your photo, and they will walk all the way around just to get through your photo.
Oh god, it's so
Like there's
weird.
those people too.
And it's usually people on scooters, if like, just saying.
My my Google just started talking.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I was like, "That doesn't sound like your roommate." I was
Jesus,
like,
that
"Is
was
Matt there?"
scary.
Like, I'm confused.
Yikes.
That was creepy. Brought to you
I
by the
just
Haunted
love it,
Mansion.
man. Yeah. Welcome to Haunted Bitch Radio. I'm your host,
Yeah,
Brady McCleary.
really. Oh my god.
I just love it. Okay, so in Japan, so there's like I don't even know. It's like one store,
The
but it's
the
like
sushi store. Mhm.
yeah, but it's got like so many different zones, I guess,
Mm,
because
yeah.
they got like the anime area. They got like the traditional where you can get like kimonos and such. They got like just everyday wear type clothing in there. They got bags, fans, umbrellas, all sorts of things, like cooking utensils, they got, bento boxes in there, I just
Mhm.
love this store, and then you go down to the other end, and it's like a little snack shop, and it's got all these Japanese snacks, and let me tell you,
Be forewarned.
some of them are really good, and some of them are really acquired for traditional. They're not for me. No.
So this is a very I mean, this is just an Asian thing in general. There's like they really like dried seafood, and that's fine. But like I feel like I don't know. We tried the dried crabs, and that was like a
We
choice I never want to make
did.
again.
I am still haunted. Like, my
You
face
could
is
still
numb.
taste it. Like, oh my god, no. But, try them after you've had a few violet sakis, and then it's just hilarious for everybody involved.
And not, like, disrespectful, like, we
Not
really
disrespectfully.
we were there, and we were like, "Let's be adventurous, like,
Yeah,
let's
we were
try
trying it just to
something
try
that
it.
is traditionally, you know, sold and enjoyed in Japan." And we tried it, and we just could not
It was awful.
survive. It
No.
was not good.
We our white folk
Yeah.
palate did not allow
Yeah,
for
we
that.
we definitely thought that they would have some kind of, like, seasoning on
Yeah,
it, like,
I thought
it
there would be,
looked
like, something like
seasoned,
that.
but it was just straight up you pick up a tiny little crab off of a rock that was dried out and
And
ate
ate
it.
it.
It was
Yeah,
not
there's
good.
nothing happening.
But what is good is all of the food there.
Ugh. Do you wanna start with food?
So,
We can start with food. Of course. It's
yeah,
can't
let's talk about the Kabuki Cafe.
which I guess that is the Kabuki Cafe is that little stand, like, right next to the giant pagoda, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I think it's the one that's
So it's like as you're walking from the American Adventure, it'll be on your left-hand side before you hit the main part, like the main entrance area to the Japan Pavilion. Although y'all know it's been like friggin' year and a half since we've been there, so shit if I know. I
yeah,
am I've never gone to this booth because I just thought it was like, one of the like, like they have those like random little food booths, and I didn't think there was anything like that was just like pastries or some random stuff. I didn't realize what was on the menu here, and I didn't realize that there was like some pretty interesting drinks. We'll go through it here in the menu, but like I was impressed, and now I actually will stop by this little nook.
yeah, so like you said, this is definitely the one that is, right it's, like, backed up onto the big, building, the tower, and it's, like, the one that's, like, if you're on your way out towards America, this
Yeah.
would be on your like, your last ditch effort of, uh, the Japanese experience, and then you're on to funnel cakes in America.
Merca.
America.
Yeah, and I thought it was it's usually just like Joffrey's shit, like Joffrey's tea and coffee. Like that's honest to God
Right.
what I thought this was. So when I looked at this menu, I was like, "Oh, no kidding. Y'all, we learned
Yeah,
it."
I definitely thought it was just gonna be the kakigori, which is the shaved ice,
Mhm.
um, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, "Oh, there's a handful of things on here."
I know. Which I've never had kakigori, I've never had it there. I used to love shaved ice. Like, we used to have a shaved ice thing here where I live, and, like, they got rid of it, and I used to love that thing. I should just
There's a place in Cincinnati again, called The Cone, and they put vanilla ice cream at the bottom of their shaved ice, and then so, like, it's
Oh,
the
that's
vanilla ice
tasty.
cream, and then the shaved ice, and then, like, whatever flavor that you want, and by the time you get to the ice cream, it's kind of, like, adapted the taste of the flavor that you put in there, so, it's so good. It is so good, which and I also believe that's, like, traditionally, what they do in Hawaii, along
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
putting, like, the red beans at the bottom, the sweet beans.
Yes. Yes, I have heard that. They have an alcoholic kakigori, it's the sake mist. I didn't even know this. Can you imagine how refreshing that would be when it's hot as
With
shit
blood
there?
orange coconut, pineapple, or blackberry,
I'm gonna
that sounds
flip my
good.
computer. How this is what's fascinating about Disney. You can go to Disney like a bit well, in normal times. You could go to Disney like a bajillion times a year and still learn about new places. And here, I cannot
Yeah,
believe I didn't know that there was like friggin' sake shaved ice. I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, I want one. That
Yeah,
sounds
that
so
sounds
good.
really I that sounds really good.
I'm gonna hit that up next time there.
I think that's the sweet milk topping would be really good too.
Oh, yeah.
A little thick maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
And then they got sushi, just basic
it
sushi,
is, like, basic,
sunigiri,
yeah.
California roll, spicy roll. Everything is ruined. They put cucumber in everything. I can't stand that.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't like cucumber.
Yeah, I like pickles, but, like, cucumber, especially in sushi, like, I just feel
Oh,
like
I
it
love it.
completely overtakes the taste of everything
That's
else.
okay. Yeah,
Like, "Oh, well, it's crunchy."
I
Like, no, it's just cucumber.
I don't particularly care for tempura in my sushi, nor do I like cream cheese in my sushi.
Oh, no, no, I can oof. Cream cheese in a sushi roll for me I like cream cheese, but
God.
not in a
Yeah, that's
sushi
not
roll. It
sushi, it's,
makes
like,
it
weird.
so thick and, like,
Yeah, yeah.
impossible to swallow. Hi,
N
Douglas.
Now the alcoholic beverages here are amazing.
I
Like,
got
it's
skip
actually impressive.
beverages. Yeah, they got a good handful here. They got hot sake, cold sake, plum wine, Kirin. Matt always gets a Kirin whenever we go to, the restaurant there.
Have you ever had the frozen Kirin? Nick gets it, it's pretty good. It's
I have
interesting
not.
to taste. I mean, it's like a shaved ice, but beer. It's good. It's odd, but it's good.
Oh,
I mean,
this
this
one
is
looks so
impressive, guys.
good. They do got quite the list, like, and that line there is never very long,
No,
so
there's
it's
nobody
it's
there.
gonna be pretty easy to get through that.
Like, I feel like everyone always talks about it, and I do get it. Sometimes for some people, sake is an acquired taste. Nick's not a huge fan of sake, and everyone always wants the Grand Marnier slush over in France. I feel like this is really slept on. I know I've never had it, and I'm about to get it whenever I go. I'm gonna hit it up.
I'm gonna hit it up, hit it up. Okay, this is where Matt and I eat
You love this
almost every
place.
single time. I mean, actually, okay, so we eat here every time we go to Disney when we have our trip, but we also do longer trips than most people. We usually do like a 7 or 8 day trip, and
Uh-huh.
that includes at least 3 stops to Epcot.
Yeah.
So we always eat here at Katsura Grill. It is so good. It's a little crazy. It's the seating's real tight in there.
Mhm.
It is real tight in there. So, but it's a fast turnout. So like, there's always somewhere to sit. It just might be awkward to get to it. But when I tell you, the food here is so good. Um, I've had the sushi rolls in here, and they're pretty good. The spice roll was really good.
Mhm.
I've had the curry,
You love the curry.
and yeah, Matt actually was stationed in Japan at Kadena, for 3 years when he was in the Air Force, and they would go to this place called Coco's Curry, and it's like, if anybody is listening and they have been to Japan and they've had that, like, they're like, "Oh my god, Coco Curry," or, it's like the thing. Whenever anybody comes back stateside from being stationed in Japan, that's all they would
Uh-huh.
talk about is Coco's Curry. And Matt said that this place it tastes so similar
Oh, wow.
to Coco's Curry, so it really, like, just brings back a really fond memory for him. And the curry is so good. The chicken cutlet on it is just so perfectly crispy, and it's, like, never too greasy, like, for being a fried cutlet. It's just
Mhm.
mm.
I have never made a Japanese curry. I gotta find, like, a recipe for it because, like, I've made, like, a Thai curry, which my husband doesn't really care for because it's, like, kinda coconutty, and then I obviously made, like, Indian curry. But I've never made a Japanese curry, and I gotta try it.
I've actually made an Indian curry, and I've made the Japanese curry, but I've never made a Thai curry.
I really like it. Nick's not a huge fan
I
'cause
like
it's
Thai
coconutty.
curry. Yeah, sometimes some places can make it too sweet, like too
Yeah,
coconutty, but it is made with coconut milk, so that
yeah.
explains that.
Ruins
uh,
everything.
they make Thai curry, or not, sorry, Thai curry, Japanese curry, pretty easy to make. I just take uh, some vegetables. Usually, it's just like, I don't really like carrots, but because it calls for it, I take the shredded carrots, and I put it in some oil, and I, saute those a little bit with some onion and garlic. And then I add cubes of potatoes. Oh, back up. Onion and garlic. I take that out, and then I cook my very small diced beef, not ground beef, but diced beef. Really fine diced beef. And then you brown that up. Then you put everything back in with your potatoes, brown it up, like stir it around a little bit,
Uh-huh.
add water, wait till it boils, let it get nice and soft. And then they just sell these, I think it's called golden curry, and it's just like packets. And then you just like break them off or break them up. They're little cubes, and you break them up and you put it
Almost
in
like a
there. And
bouillon type situation?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then, but it thickens it up. It adds all the seasonings, and it's freaking delicious. And then if you want to get fancy, you can do your chicken cutlet on there also. But at that point, I'm done cooking.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you. That sounds so good. Ugh. I think the menu here is really, like, kind of reminds me of, like, well, they have, like, obviously ramen and udon and stuff. It reminds me of some restaurants I used to go to in New York. And, like, I would the thing is, like, I'm not feeling udon or ramen, really not feeling like a hot dish like this and when it's as hot as it normally is when I'm there. I think that's my issue. I think that's why I've never been here. But the menu looks fantastic, though.
That's true. And it is. I guess you got to take it how it is. I mean, once the nations opens, Matt and I typically don't go back to Futureland or anything
Yeah,
like
that
that.
too.
We just start drinking around the world, and we'll just eat around. But it is kind of, yeah, like, kind of think, because after you eat curry, sometimes you get the curry sweats,
I've never heard
and
that. Curry sweat.
well, you smell like a walking curry dish.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, I get the meat sweats if I eat meat now these days, but
No, it's just like, it's just all that curry, it
yeah, I hear
sometimes
you.
comes out through your pores. Uh, I never really noticed it, but also, you never really
You
notice
never really
yourself. But
notice
other
yourself.
people in line at Frozen might be like, "What the fuck is that smell?"
Be like, "Buddy, hitting up the, chicken cutlet curry there, buddy." Yo
Yeah.
You're like,
And
"Yes,
then
and it was delicious. Thank you."
is okay, but this restaurant itself just has so many. This is the quick service restaurant. So this is where you'd
Mhm,
go if you just want, your quick meal. But it's still got so many different options. It's got a big selection for children.
mhm.
It's even got desserts, and then their beverages. They have different beverages in here, including alcoholic. And Matt, like I said, always gets the Keurig. And I've gotten. Oh, I don't see it on here.
I wonder if the sake is just, like, some house type sake or if it's, like, you can kinda choose.
I'm sure they have like a very small selection in here. Um, but they also have a
An unfiltered sake,
green
which is foul.
a green matcha like shake kind of thing, but it's alcoholic. But I don't see
Oh.
it on this menu.
I wonder if it's in no. I don't know. Sometimes these are not, like, the most up to date. Plus, I know that in some of the cases, they've shrank the menu a bit because of COVID.
Hmm, that'd be a random thing to take off. But yeah, it was okay.
I had
Uh,
to go this is actually right before COVID. This was in February of last year, and one of my clients wanted to go out to dinner to a sushi restaurant, and he wanted hot, unfiltered sake, and I had to force that down. Anyways.
okay, so I'm looking at the the little link where we get all of our info from,
Uh-huh.
and it's showing our little spot to get the signature drink of Japan, the violet sake. If you don't know, you should by now. I talk about it almost every episode.
Yeah.
Even when we're talking about other countries, I'm like, but violet sake. So it's so good. Guys, this thing has a 14% alcohol content,
It'll get you
and you
drunk.
would never know.
No,
It is
it's
so good. It's,
ginger.
like, perfectly sweet, but not too much so. But it's saying, like, on the link, it's showing the link for Katsura Grill, but it's a picture
of that
of that
area.
little
But isn't
yeah.
Katsura Grill, like, up those stairs right next to?
Yeah, Katsura Grill is up the stairs right
Yeah,
behind it. I wonder if this is like an offshoot
I
of
think it
it,
is, yeah. I think it's
but
like
you
I
can't
forget what
get
it's
food
called.
there.
I think it's, like it has, like, some kind of flower name, I wanna say, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
anyway, when you guys see it, you'll know it's right at the bottom of the steps up for Katsura Grill, and that's where you get your violet sake. They got other drinks there, but none of them matter.
Nothing that
Um, Nothing matters but that violet sake. And then across the road from that, you have 3 other restaurants. One's kinda hidden.
and it's not open right now, which is really, really, really sad, but I understand why.
Yeah. Um, and that one is the, uh, Tokyo Dining?
Yeah, so Tokyo
No.
Dining's not
Ta
open.
the Takumi Tai?
Tecumte is another is that's the one that I'm sad that's closed right now. Like, I've been to Tokyo Dining, it's fine, but and then, like, Teppanyaki is open now, so that is open.
Okay, so Tokyo Dining and Teppen Edo are the 2 that are up
Yep.
those giant
Right,
stairs.
right.
Garage. Okay. So, I could talk about Japan all day, guys. We're already at
Oh,
30
I
minutes
know.
here.
Oh my god.
Um,
See, I told you.
okay, so oh, shoot. So Tokyo Dining is in Teppen Edo. You go up the big, long staircase, and Tokyo Dining's on the right, and that's actually where Matt and I had our first anniversary dinner.
Aw.
And they were really sweet about it. They brought us out, like, paper mache or not paper mache, pa origami, like, cranes, and they gave us free ice cream, they gave us
So
free
cute.
drinks, and, like, they sang to us. It was so cute, and it was such a good time, and
Yeah.
we had a really cute window seat that was looking over the water and everything, so it was just, like, a really nice experience, and the food there is really good.
Yeah, it's really
Um, and then on the other side is your traditional hibachi, like, party style seating, which
right.
if Teppanyaki is open and not Tokyo Dining, that's a little weird for me.
Because you're seated I mean, I'm sure most of you listening have been to a hibachi style restaurant, and you're seated with people that are not part of your party, which is one reason why I hate hibachi restaurants. Because I just don't like sitting next to people I don't know. But, you would unless I'm assuming they probably it's like one party to a table. And maybe what another thing too is they probably just combined the 2 dining experiences. Because what does that
Probably.
menu look like right now? Let's see. This is the lunch menu.
Are you at the Teppanyaki
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
menu?
they've
Okay.
combined because there's sushi. Because the Tokyo Dining, like, when I've eaten at Tokyo Dining, I've just had sushi. And it looks like that's the case here. Like, it's like sushi and hibachi.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely well, I don't know because I'm seeing well, like, okay, so you said that they did change some of the menus to,
Yeah, they're not
for
all
COVID reasons.
yeah, they're not as
Because
expansive.
Tokyo Dining, Matt and I got, like, these bento dishes that were really cute, and I'm not seeing that, but I am seeing stuff that I also got that was there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, hibachi grills are always fun. I personally don't care for them because of the pressure to catch the food in your mouth that they throw at
Yeah.
you, and
Or the
you now you're in
sake.
front of a table of people you don't
Oh my god, I
know,
hate
and
it. I hate it.
it's like, I don't wanna miss in front of people I don't know,
Yes, and
so
the
I usually
food's so good, like, that's the annoying part.
yeah. Oh god. I don't know what it is about watching them make the food in front of you or like the seasoned grill,
I know.
whatever it is, but like you will never recreate
Unless you have a hibachi at
fried
home.
rice. Yeah. I mean, I have a wok at home and I make pretty decent fried rice, but it's still just like not the same as going
Right.
and
Oh, no.
getting it
Yeah.
made in front of your face.
In front of your face.
In front of your face. But are we gonna go through this menu and see what we would eat?
Yeah.
Are we just
Yeah.
gonna talk about move on and
We can talk about it. Like, okay, so let's kinda, like, glaze over it because it's not, like it's not
it's
amazing. Like, I'm not like, this is shit that I can get at home. I'm gonna be very honest.
right.
It's not overly impressive.
Spicy calamari, I had to get that. Matt really likes calamari for somebody who really hates seafood.
Mm.
I'm gonna get this volcano roll.
Yeah, I'm not overly impressed with their sushi selection. I mean, it's not, like, extremely wide. Now, those of you who are sushi snobs, I get what you're saying. Real sushi, you don't have, like, all these crazy ass rolls. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, they don't like, all you're giving me are 2 like, if I wanted to be, like, real, like, legit and just get, like, sashimi or something, like, it's just tuna, salmon, and yellowtail. Like, you could get that at any sushi restaurant. I'm not
I'm
overly
look I
impressed.
I'm looking at the sushi quote unquote menu here.
Mhm.
They've got volcano roll, spicy roll, California roll, and then they got samplers. You gave me 3 rolls and then now I have an option for a sampler? Like, what?
Yeah, it's just I'm not really impressed with the sushi. And again, I'm not saying, like, I'm not asking you for 25 different crazy ass rolls, but here we are. I think their hibachi selection is really nice though, personally.
Poisonally?
And they have a plant-based option, which if you listen to last week's episode, I was having a cow over the lack of plant-based options in the Festival of the Arts. But here we are.
I was having a beef over no
Having a
salad.
beef.
I'm having a cow here.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, and they have like some really great, Japanese American cocktails, and they have a very nice sake selection, very similar to the sake selection you'll find downstairs in Mitsukushi, where they have a sake bar. It's That's slept on, and that is awesome. But they have a great junmai selection here,
Ooh.
which is my personal
I'm looking
favorite
at
selection.
this violet silk martini. That sounds
Ooh, yeah.
nice. Vodka shaken with purple pear and lime juice.
Oh, it's like a almost like a violet sake, but with the vodka. But can you just put a sake in
Yeah.
this? Yeah, just have a violet sake.
I don't would you mind going down those steps and getting me a violet sake? Thanks. Okay, okay. Let's move to the next restaurant.
Oh, that's the last one in Japan. So the one thing to talk about here is that Tecumte is not open right now. Tecumte is, in my opinion, the highlight of dining at Disney on Disney World property. I actually think it's better than Victoria and Albert's right now. I think
Oh wow.
yeah. I was there last year, before all this happened, obviously, and
Yeah,
we
that
did.
was
So
during our trip.
yeah, yeah. So I was eating. You have the option to eat their a la carte, or they have the tasting menu, which is similar to the menus at Victoria and Albert's. And Victoria and Albert's is obviously more like French inspired, and obviously this is purely Japanese food. And the quality, the service, the attention to detail, I can't speak more highly of Tecumte. And it's this very little hidden space. And some people are like, "Oh, like yeah, if you do the full tasting menu, you're going to be there for like 2 hours." Um, but it's very expensive. I'm not going to like go like say that it's not. But if you're wanting to splurge, personally, I almost enjoyed it more at Tecumte than I did at Victoria and Albert. Victoria and Albert can be a little stuffy, and not that I like fancy shit. Like, I mean, I as in the intro today, I am luxurious, but like,
I'm luxurious.
there's something about like Asian hospitality that's just absolutely stunning. And I feel like there's more meaning to it versus like Victorian, like the pretentiousness of Victoria and Albert's. Not that I don't love Victoria and Albert's, I've been there several times. But I personally, at this point, I think I prefer Tecumte more. I wish it was open. It makes me sad.
I wish I would have gone. It sounded like a really nice experience.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you were out there with Nikki, who's going to be co-hosting whilst you are out.
Yeah. We've got quite the list of
Yeah,
co-hosts, guys, so I'm really excited about it and sad
I
because I wish I
know.
was here with them.
I know.
Uh, but I'll be popping in.
Yes. Yes, for those of you who don't know, Brady will be deploying shortly. Obviously, we can't talk about the dates or anything like that, but we have reached out to several Disney creators and non Disney creators who will be helping me out while Brady's away. So we're excited,
Yeah,
but also very sad.
I'm excited for you
Yeah.
and me.
Yeah. So that's Japan. It's beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful pavilion at night.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of at night.
It's just so peaceful. I feel so
Yes,
calm and
that
at
is it.
ease there.
That's the one pavilion, like, I mean, especially even if Epcot is just a zoo, it is so peaceful there. I love it. Oh,
Yeah, and then, like, 'cause if you go up to Katsura Grill, they've got, like, this whole, like, garden too that usually never has anybody in it. So there's, like, this whole backside garden. It goes behind that big tower,
yeah, it's
um,
beautiful.
and there's nobody there, but it's, like, really pretty. They got a bunch of koi fish and some ponds, and it's just really pretty.
I love it.
And I can go on and on and on and on and on about Japan, and on and on and on, and I've never really been.
So what do we got here? Morocco.
Alright, on to
Mo
Morocco, another slept-on area.
Slept on
In fact,
area.
I was I saw somebody post on the Disneygram. They're like, "In your opinion, what's your least favorite pavilion at Epcot?" I'll go first, Morocco. I'm
Oh,
like, "We have a whole ass America in the pavilions,
yeah.
and you're gonna say Morocco?"
And honestly, if I think about that, honestly, I think the American one is my least favorite, and I'm not trying to, like, shit on my country. I'm just saying, like, I'm here, I live in America, I don't need to eat American food, and I don't know, I find it's the most bland. It is exactly what, like it is exactly like the America Pavilion
It's
used to be.
America.
It's America. It's very bland. So, that's I
Though
that yeah.
I did think about that because I was like, "Okay, like, why do they have an American pavilion here?" But then I realized Disney World, unlike Disneyland, is literally people from all over the world come to Disney World. Like if people
Oh,
are
yeah.
making a trip from another country to a Disney park, it's typically Disney World.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, so that I guess it makes sense that they have a little American blurb in there. But I mean, like they could just go to McDonald's down the road and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the same. So, we're not trying to, like, poo-poo, and we're not trying to be unpatriotic. Obviously, Brady is fighting, for our freedom, so y'all can suck it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm in the military. I can say what I want about it.
Yeah, so, do not come for us if you're gonna be like, "Meh." I'm like, "I don't see your ass going out there and fighting for us, so shut up." Oh, that pisses me off. Anyways, Morocco is cool, and Morocco is slept on from a
It
dining
is
aspect and just from, like, walking around, it's
an
absolutely
air
stunning.
conditioning
Ugh,
aspect.
the air conditioning in
They have
Morocco is second to none.
they have whole ass rooms that I didn't even know about until I went with you,
Yeah.
and we were just, like, kind of, like, meandering our drunk asses through the area, and we, like, stumble upon this room, and it's just, like, air conditioned and beautiful. Everything inside is so beautiful. They have all these, uh, uh, I don't wanna say outfits,
I mean,
freaking
yeah, they're costumes of the period
yeah.
that they're in. Yeah, and it's open right now. Last time I went, I think it was during Food and Wine, and it was like a bajillion degrees. Both Brie and at Disneyland for one, and I were there, and we were dying. And I was like, "Just make it to Morocco. We could sit in the little gallery." And it was closed. I almost started crying. I was unwell. I was
It's
sick.
guys, all the lights there are so beautiful. Just the detail of the architecture in Morocco is so beautiful.
Oh yes, it's
Personally, the drinks in Morocco aren't quite my favorite. They're a little
yeah.
too dark rum heavy.
Which I find yeah, I agree with you. It is very dark rum heavy. I honestly don't drink in this pavilion, quite honestly. I always forget, and we'll get to the menu of Spice Road Table here in a minute. But Spice Road Table, which is a fantastic restaurant, again, slept on. It is fantastic. Great view of the fireworks, by the way. Um,
Mhm.
it has a lounge. Like you can just stand at
Yeah.
their bar. It's one of the few countries that actually has like a bar that you can hang out at. Um, and it's the drinks there are and they have a full bar, so it's, like, a little bit better, but yeah, like, I just really don't drink in that area, and plus, like, Morocco is mainly a Muslim nation, so they don't drink there at all. I don't think drinking is allowed at all. So, it's I don't think drinking is their forte is what I'm trying to say, which is totally cool, like, that's your choice. I just don't think they're not strong on the drinking area,
No, no.
but
I'm strong on the drinking
I
area.
am, but, everyone to each his own. To each his own, but it's a
And
beautiful
I'm just,
pavilion.
like, going through these pictures, like, I just guys, I miss Disney so
I
much.
know, we're so sad.
Uh, but, like, I just look at, like I love the shops here, like, it's got that obviously, it's, like, got that bizarre feel,
Yeah,
and just everything, all the little they got little lamps, I call 'em little genie lamps, and
yeah. I think they're
the
actually, like, water
regale
lamps.
of the people.
Yeah, and honestly, like, all the mosaic work, the tile work throughout the pavilion, like, if you have some time to just kinda, like, hang out and go through like, walk through the pavilion and look at the mosaic work and the tile work, it is tremendous. It is absolutely stunning.
And it makes sense, and I wish every single country was like this because this is 100%. I mentioned in Japan that I think, like, the archway was a gift, but the entirety of the Morocco Pavilion it's the only country in the showcase that was fully sponsored by the government
Right,
of Morocco,
right.
and so everything that's in there is exactly as it would be built over in actual Morocco, from the prayer towers to the buildings,
And the phallic
it's
wall.
just and the phallic wall.
Can we talk about the phallic wall for a minute?
We can always
Can always
talk
think about it.
about a phallic wall.
So, like, for those of you who know, and you see it all the time, there is a phallic wall. It looks like a penis. It is in the back parts of it's actually very close to when you, what's the other restaurant there? I can't think of its name. It's not open right now, I don't think. Is that Restaurant Marrakesh?
Um,
Yes, Restaurant Marrakesh. It looks like a giant pee-pee, and it's super funny to take a picture there, but I'm starting to see people posting pictures that are really inappropriate. Like, I saw one
oh, really?
yeah, and I'm just gonna say, like, I've been kinda stepping back from some of the Facebook groups of, like of Disney annual pass holders because it's become very political. Unfortunately, I didn't know there were so many, racist folk in, that like Disney as well, but here we are. But, like, they just post some really, like, inappropriate stuff, or, like, people are, like, on like, you know how, like, you stand on your hands and then you twerk your butt? They're,
Yeah,
like, doing that in front it's like, "Guys, like, look, you could take a silly picture with the penis, like, just don't make it obvious. There's kids there." Like, this is a Disney podcast for adults, but, like, we are fully aware that there are children around us. Like,
right.
you don't need to be, like, twerking on the penis wall. Like, settle down. Take a picture with it,
Yeah,
cool, it's fun, but, like, come on.
the Disney Parks podcast for adults, like, the adults come to find our podcast, and if children are happening to listen, like, that's the parents' problem at that
Yeah,
point, but we
right.
at Disney World, you go to really their
Yeah, like, we're
environment.
we are the
Epcot, not
line.
so much, but still, there's still children there. Um, yeah, so and also, like, the people of Morocco are the people who are working at Morocco
Yeah, and that's very disrespectful to
Pavilion,
them.
and yeah, it's disrespectful to them, and, they're very modest
Yes.
people as a whole, so, like, and then you're out there throwing your ass in a circle. So, just control yourselves, people.
Yeah, like, I know y'all, like, drunk, but, like, get it together. Just don't twerk
Yeah,
on it. Like, take a picture with it, like, it's funny, I get it. We have pictures of it together,
they did take pictures together.
and I thought they were tasteful.
Yeah. It's just
It was
like us, like,
amazing.
"Ha, thumbs
They're just like,
up, the
"Ah, it's a
penis."
penis." But, like,
Wiener.
I am honest to God, I'm really surprised that that thing is still up there, and part of me thinks that Disney keeps it up there because it brings people to the Morocco Pavilion
Oh,
because
it's so
honestly
slept on.
it is so slept on, and I think because it has, like, kind of like an air of, like I think people get a little, like, weirded out by it, which is really unfortunate and just prejudiced, and y'all need to stop being garbage, but, it's a beautiful, beautiful I think the food is fantastic. Spice Road Table is a phenomenal tapas type style restaurant, more Mediterranean tapas. The food's fantastic, phenomenal view of the fireworks. I love Spice Road Table. We should go to that menu.
Yeah, I have it pulled up right now,
There we go.
and so it's just a lounge menu, they that you walk in and they got a restaurant or, you walk in, they got a bar,
Mhm.
and it's
It's really pretty
just it's
too,
really
colors,
pretty,
yeah.
yeah.
Like
It's
this
got, like,
deep blue.
lit up stained glass, like, mosaics, like, it's just really pretty.
It and I think it's so they have a lot of really great plant-based, stuff here too, but damn it, these guys are trying to make these hummus fries happen, and God help me, those things are terrible. They're so hot, and, like, I like spicy food, but, like, these ones are inedible, and they always have them at the, Food and Wine. Drives me nuts. Hate
I actually I actually like the hummus
You
fries. Yeah,
said
'cause I'm not yeah, I'm not really a fan of hummus.
There it is.
Oh,
There it
my
is.
volume's not on very high.
I heard it. I'll make sure everyone hears it.
Yeah, no, hummus to me is just not great. It's, like,
Oh, I love
not
hummus. Oh my god.
not good. I'm not trying to,
Hummus.
like, shit on anybody that
No,
l
man.
enjoys it, but, or disrespect them, but I like the hummus fries because I think it's, like, a texture thing for me.
Sure.
So, like, the hummus fries have, an actual, like, crisp to it,
Yes. I
um,
hear where you're coming from. Yeah.
and even then, like, I'll have, like, maybe 2 or 3. I'll eat 1 or 2 off of somebody's plate, I would never
Yeah.
order it for myself. Um, pomegranate chili crispy cauliflower sounds
That
really
looks
good.
really good. I am really impressed, and I think it's just been a hot minute, and I obviously haven't been here since I became vegetarian in 2020, January. It's been a year now, which is weird. Um,
What?
but, yeah, they have a pretty decent, like, either plant-based or vegetarian, um, options here, which makes me wanna go back because I love it. It's so
I want the non-spread.
Dude, I know, and they have a za'atar, like, spread. Oh, kids, tell me about it. Also, their grape leaves are plant-based. They're not the meat stuffed ones, which are
Did
very good.
not like those.
Oh god, I
No, did not
love
like
grape leaves.
those.
Oh, I love it so good.
Yeah. Me, my husband Matthew, and my cousin Vanessa ate here, and it was just no,
Oh,
thank you.
I just kinda like
I mean, the food was all
yeah.
really good, but the grape leaves were not.
Well, I personally like and that's okay. Not everyone likes stuffed grape leaves, it's a very acquired taste. Um, but they also have a cheese-filled phyllo with cucumber tomato relish. Now that's not plant-based, but that is vegetarian, so that is something that, my husband and I would eat. Plus we like, that sounds real good. Dude, I am like,
I
"Dude,
want
do not sleep
cheese.
on this menu, fam. This is real nice."
Yeah,
Also,
they
Moroccan
got
pastries are the shit. Don't let anyone else tell you. God,
yeah, the little, dessert platter there.
this is, like, phenomenal. Like, this is what I
And
wanna
they got
do.
a large beer and wine selection, and then they have
Yes.
a signature drink selection also.
Which I didn't even know they have in so mint tea is, very, I love mint tea, and mint tea is very common in Morocco, but this one, fam, has got the sapphire gin with the mint tea, and I want to make that now this evening.
Do it.
I think I might.
Iced mint tea with Bombay Sapphire.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that looks
I
real
had
nice. Look at this Moroccan mule. Guys, what is going on? Moroccan mule, the fig vodka, which is very, very good. Ginger beer, agave, and lime. Oh my hell. Morocco's showing up to the party. Look at this. I don't like cucumber
I
vodka.
don't
That's
remember which
gross.
drink.
I'm not going to be about that. Hibiscus mimosa is probably real good. Blood orange mimosa. Woohoo, fam.
I think I had okay, it was either I had the Mahiorita or the Medina mixer.
Ooh, that looks really good. I didn't even see that. That's with the mahia, fig brandy, agave, lime juice, sumac salt, and pomegranate seeds. That sounds really good. Wow. They have a Moroccan
It
hot
was the
tea
I think it was the
service?
Medina mix
I'm sorry, what did you say?
is it the non-alcoholic beverages?
Oh, yeah, that's impressive.
Oh, and they got their non-alcoholic iced mint tea. They have assorted fountain beverages?
What?
What?
This place is amazing.
I'm I'm glad to see they don't have Dasani. Like, why Disney sells Dasani still is beyond it's 'cause it's a Coca-Cola
Yeah,
product,
it's
but
Coca-Cola. Why does everyone
Dasani's, like,
hate Dasani so
the
much? I honestly don't know. I don't know.
It's just
People behave
I
like
feel like it makes you thirsty.
it does. You are I don't know why, but it does make you thirsty. You are correct.
It just like because like there's the smart water that they sell, and it's more expensive than the Dasani,
Yeah.
but like I feel like I mean you're kind of forced. There's more places that sell Dasani, so you're more often or not forced to buy the Dasani. But I feel like you just have to keep buying water bottles because it's so there's like I can't even think. There's like chlorine and
Yeah.
the fact that when you open up Dasani and it goes psst is unnatural.
And it annoys me how expensive smart water is because I actually prefer smart water. Um, like we have one of those zero water filters. Have you ever heard of those?
Uh-uh.
So it's like a many, many steps above a Brita or like any of those where like it takes it to almost zero, like the amount of stuff that's in your water. We have like where I live is very, very hard water. And so oh, I forget who recommended it to me because they were saying like some of the because people who have autoimmune issues like myself have issues with inflammation and some of the stuff in our water it could be total bullshit, whatever. We got one of the zero water filters, and it is like the best tasting water, like straight from like the stream of heaven. I don't even know, and it even
See,
gives
I
you
have
a
a
tester.
Brita.
Yeah, we used
I
to
have
have a Brita.
just like the regular filler, you fill her up, stick it in the fridge kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what.
My only concern about that zero thing, as refreshing as it sounds, is like you said, water up in your area is a little hard. But my fear is that water tastes different everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved into the dorms at Herbert Field when I first enlisted.
Hmm.
You had to live in the dorms, and unless you're buying like bottled water, you're drinking water from your bathroom sink tap.
Yeah.
Because we don't have kitchens or anything in
Right.
our
Right.
dorms, so it was like it tasted like it was filtered with sand.
Ugh.
It tasted like sandy water,
Yeah, our water is.
but I got used to it,
Yeah.
and then I moved into my own place, and then that water kinda tasted weird because now it didn't taste like the water that I was drinking.
Right.
So it's like, I always get really worried that, like, what if I st only people who only drink water bottles, it blows my mind because it's like, what if you're trapped somewhere and your only option is a fucking faucet?
Well,
Like, drink that hose water.
the other thing too about these like zero water filters is that like it takes the fluoride out, which is kind of a problem. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, I mean, if you're brushing, if you're taking care of your teeth and using a fluoride mouthwash, you might be fine. I honestly don't know. I am in no way. But anyways, the whole zero. That's it's a pitcher too. Like we don't. It's not like it's like just a pitcher we fill up in our house, but it's so good. It's expensive.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's yeah, I mean, like, it's been recommended, like, from many people. I wanna get, like, a portable one that I can bring with me because like, ain't no water as good as that IMO. God, I'm
You know.
so we're at
Well, guys,
53 minutes.
we made it through 2
We
countries.
tried. We did our best.
I just couldn't say enough about
Yeah.
Japan, and if I can encourage I literally just Googled zero.
Yeah, just put the
0
zero water filter, and that's all it is.
Yeah, I meant to do that, but I typed in 0 and hit enter, so I just had a bunch of numbers on there. Anyways, guys, once again, go to Epcot and dig deeper, go to each
Yes.
country.
Yes.
There's I hate to say it, there's more than just the alcohol in the
It's
countries.
very true,
There's
guys.
And always look up. No matter where you're at
I love
Disney
that.
on property, always look up because there's some there they don't skimp on details.
One of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken at Disney is actually looking up in the Morocco Pavilion. So one of them is there's this one room where it's like there's like a hole in the ceiling. Like you look up and it's all tiles and it's absolutely beautiful. And then there's also like at night, especially when you look up with the minaret, which is the really big tower at night with like the glow on it. It's just stunning. I love that you said that. I love that you said like just that's so good. I love that.
It's just so pretty. Everything's pretty, especially at night, all the lights,
Yeah.
I just love it. I can't wait to go
I
back. I finally have a
know.
new iPhone. I got the iPhone 12 Plus
Oh,
Pro.
jealous.
Um, so it takes pictures at night really well. My only problem
Yeah.
is I don't have steady hands.
Me
So
too.
what it
What?
does is you hit the picture button, and then it has like a little crosshair, and you gotta keep it in the crosshair
That gives me
because it's
anxiety.
take it like the, exposure is taking longer to do the exposure part of it, so
Okay.
it could take pictures in low lighting. So imagine that, my Lights at Disney, uh, account on Instagram, and just being able to take nicer pictures at night. I just can't wait. Can't
Love
wait.
it. I love it.
Anyways, guys, we will finish this tour. I feel like
There
we've
we
been on
go.
Epcot for at least a year.
I know. Well, I mean, obviously, like, we're we're very busy. Brady is, like, really has stuff to do right now, and we're trying to be respectful of his schedule, but we wanna make sure we get this done before he leaves, so we're doing our best.
Luckily, I'll have 2 weeks of quarantine time before I
Yeah,
go, and we could hopefully hash the rest of this
yeah.
tour at least out. But my name is Brady McCleary, also known to you as Instagram. Wait, I had a stroke. My name is Brady McCleary, also known to you as BradyCam on Instagram. Wow, I started off real rough and I ended real
That's
rough.
okay, it's
So why don't
cultural.
we let my beautiful, sultry, luxurious
Sultry, did you
fellow
say
hosts?
sultry? Yikes.
Yeah,
As I sit here in, like, this ugly pajama t-shirt, like and
I'm not wearing
also
pants.
yeah, I wouldn't expect you to wear pants, but, like, this is what like, I look like such an old lady, like, my boobs look terrible, like, it's just, like, it's I don't even know well, who am I trying to impress, first of all? But anyways, guys, now that I told you about my
Me.
boobs, my name is
Just kidding.
@Annie at WGW Collective.
Welcome to Sad Dude Radio. This is your host.
Oh god. I gotta go make dinner.
Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'll miss you. Bye.
Bye.